Hello and welcome to another screencast from Simply PE. This is now the NEA Section A coursework part 3. So we're now looking at component of fitness and your overall weakness. So without further ado, let's get going. So just a reminder, obviously, just continue to submit your work via class charts or through your OneNote folder, and then I'll get some feedback to you to help you edit it along the way. So your next task, obviously this is now a week from today. We're now looking at the component of fitness and the weakness surrounding it. Okay, so far you looked at the strengths, or one strength in component of fitness, and you looked at one strength in your skill. You're now doing exactly the same thing, but instead you're looking at your weakness. Okay, so a reminder of the component of fitness is the different components. You can see them on the right hand side in the yellow text box. Okay, so you've obviously chosen one of those for your strength. You now need to look down the list and you need to think about which one of those is a weakness in your sport that you've chosen for your coursework. Okay, so again, just go through that tick kind of checklist as you go through for paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It's exactly the same setup as you've done for your strength. Okay, so we're looking at the weakness now. So again, paragraph 1, you need to obviously talk about why that component of fitness is important in your sport. Okay, make sure you define that component of fitness, the weakness that you've chosen. When you get to paragraph 2, can you make sure that you explain what is poor about your component of fitness? So how are you justifying the fact that that is a weakness of yours, and how does it generally have a negative impact on your sporting performance? Okay, you're not going to get marked down for talking about what you're not particularly good at or what is a weakness of your sport. Okay, so it's just important to analyze that. And then paragraph 3, 4 and 5, again, you're coming up with 3 different competitions or game examples of where your component of fitness was poor, okay, and how it had a negative impact on your performance and your outcome. So remember, you're describing each of those examples, and you can see in the blue text box, it just goes through it in a bit more detail for you, just to help you with that checklist as you compose paragraph 3, 4 and 5. Make sure you've got different examples to do with the same weakness of component of fitness. Okay, so if I've chosen agility as my weakness for component of fitness in, let's say, tennis, then I could use an example in my paragraph 3. My first example, I could say about the fact that I had poor agility. In one scenario, there was a drop shot from my opponent, made it difficult for me to move quickly towards the net to get to that, and I wasn't able to do it. I could then talk about in a second one, my agility's poor at the back of the court, from going from one side of the court to the other when my opponent played a cross-court shot, for example. Okay, so you've got to really think of different examples there within your sport of how that component of fitness is a weakness of yours. Okay, so same setup. You should be familiar with that now from the 2 sections that you've done so far in regards to strengths. So you should be able to get cracking with that, and I look forward to seeing your submissions, and I'll give you some feedback on it. Okay, best of luck with the task, folks.